All right, now, so let's see what's happening in the crypto space. I guess we just have time for the headlines. We're starting from Brazil. Some things are happening in adoption of crypto. Brazil is to allocate 5% of national reserves to Bitcoin. And they said the country is edging closer to make history as bill, a proposal that would allow up to 5% of the country's $370 billion in international reserves to be held in Bitcoin. This should move the market, all things being equal. Gains momentum in the chamber. If passed, Brazil would become the first G20 nation to formally integrate Bitcoin into its sovereign reserve strategy, potentially reshaping the global conversation around crypto adoption. And the bill introduces the creation of a strategic sovereign Bitcoin reserve, a framework that's aimed at diversifying Brazil's reserve assets while reducing exposure to global economic uncertainties. It marks a shift towards embedding Bitcoin to national policy, reflecting growing confidence in crypto as a hedge against inflation and US dollar dominance. Well, unlike El Salvador's executive-led approach to Bitcoin adoption, Brazil's plan is being shaped through a legislative route involving both the central bank and the Ministry of Finance. And this institutional coordination signals a long-term vision and potentially exportable model that other countries might emulate. We'll see how that goes with Brazil. Lessons learned from El Salvador, I guess. And away from that also, we see that in Kenya, there's also a story on Kenya. Sorry, I think I made an error there. Yeah, Coinbase has launched the first ever American Express credit card with 4% Bitcoin cash back. So now in America, you can actually use an American Express credit card on Coinbase, a cryptocurrency transaction. Well, Coinbase is doubling down on crypto utility. The exchange just announced this first ever branded credit card in partnership with American Express, and they're offering up to 4% cash back in Bitcoin. But it's only available to paying subscribers. That's what they said. And the Coinbase, we call it Coinbase One Card, will roll out this fall, tied directly to Coinbase One and the company's monthly subscription service. So if this catches your fancy, you may want to follow up on that. Still in the U.S., the Securities and Exchange Commission has formally withdrawn several proposed rules introduced during the Biden administration, including 2 major regulations targeting cryptocurrency custody and decentralized finance platforms. In a statement released yesterday, June 12, the agency announced that it is rescinding 14 proposed rules issued between March 2022 and November 2023 under the leadership of former SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Among the scrapped measures are controversial proposals that would have expanded the SEC's oversight of digital asset markets. The Commission does not intend to use final rules with respect to these proposals. And the agency is also signaling a change in the direction of the current administration. The SEC notes that any future regulatory action would involve fresh proposals. And one of the most consequential reversals is the withdrawal of amendment to Rule 3B to 16 under the Exchange Act, which seeks to broaden the definition of exchange to include DeFi systems. The rule would have been categorized platforms using non-firm trading, interest, and communication protocols to match buyers and sellers as securities exchanges. So it does seem like adoption and realignment in the crypto space is going on globally. I haven't heard much coming from Nigeria, but we did have that Kenya's one. You know, they were also looking the way of cryptocurrencies for their reserves. But we'll catch up, I guess.